Here's how I sold the first 100 units of my tech product with no money and no prior product sales experience. So to give you some context, this is the product here. It's called the KeySnake. It is the product of a startup that my dad co-founded and I joined in October 2022. We spent 9 months getting the product ready for the market. So that brings us to summer 2023. I approached piano teachers online because the original concept for the KeySnake was that it was for piano teachers to enhance their online piano lessons. Put very briefly, the teacher would put one on their digital piano and so would the student. If the teacher played a note, a light would appear for the student. So this would make online piano lessons a lot clearer for both the teacher and the student. So I cold emailed, I outreached to loads of piano teachers online. I was mostly ignored, and the people that did reply said they didn't think they would find it useful. So although we built a good quality product, we did not have product market fit, which is, I didn't know what that term meant until I hadn't reached it. Then I researched it and I said, product market fit is basically when the market don't want what you've built. So at this point in a business life cycle, this is the point where you pivot. So we pivoted. We realized that we needed to make this into something else if we were going to sell it. When I initially joined, the first thing I thought when I saw it was that this thing should be able to teach on its own. And for ages, before we'd even built the software for it to be an AI piano teacher, I was saying, this is an AI piano teacher, this is an AI piano teacher. So when we pivoted and we built it so that it had a built-in song teacher so that you could, with manual controls, learn a song on the KeySnake. We gave this to a full-grown adult man and he said he couldn't figure out what to do with it. And then, so this was at the end of 2023. And then at this point, I had to sit down with my dad and we basically concluded that this thing needs to actually be a real full-on autonomous AI piano teacher. You put it on the piano, it teaches you. You don't even need to know how to practice. That's what we learned there. So another 6 months went by and we had the very first version of our AI. It can speak, it can show, it will direct you, it will assess your performance and adjust its teaching to you. Some marketing advice that I had heard in the past was that you need to start marketing your product before it's finished. So whilst my dad was still coding and getting the first version of the AI ready, I started to market the KeySnake. I had tried in the past with different features on the KeySnake, such as the piano sharing feature for teachers. I had tried making short form content, TikToks, and putting them on Instagram and YouTube Shorts as well. But this didn't work because we didn't have product market fit and for many other reasons. But I didn't want to give up on the idea. I did believe that the KeySnake had enough virality potential and enough about it going on that it could go viral. It takes us, there's a step in this that people don't so much talk about, which is having the confidence to believe in your product enough to say, no, I think this can go viral. I think this is good enough for it, for people to want to look at it now. And we'd finally built something that we weren't compromising on. This is what we think people are going to be interested in. So I knew that I didn't want to give up on short form content. But then I started to research how are other people selling with short form content then? Then I discovered drop shipping. I didn't know what drop shipping was until this summer. I didn't really know what the term even really meant. If you don't know, drop shipping is when you, an individual, find a product online. You then get that product for yourself, make videos of it on TikTok, then try to go viral organically. So you don't pay for marketing, you don't pay for ads or anything. You just try and make it organically go viral using the playing to the algorithm. Then once you start to get views, you make a Shopify store and direct those people that have been viewing your organic content to that Shopify store. You sell it for more than what you bought it for. The supplier then, say they're from China, the supplier in China will then send the product directly to the people that have come to your store. You make some money. I'm not a drop shipper because I am the co-founder of the company that has made this. So I knew I wasn't a drop shipper, but I knew there was also, young guys my age that were also selling stuff online. And so I thought, okay, fine. Although it's my product, let's try to implement the principles that drop shippers are using. So there's one particular video that I watched that changed everything for me. It's not often that you have a YouTube video that changes your life. There is a YouTuber called Mikey Again. He is a drop shipping YouTuber, and he made a video called I Built a Drop Shipping Store in 2 weeks to Prove It's Not Luck. So I watched this video. What I really liked about the video is that he holds your hand through his selling process entirely. So there was nothing he left out. Every single day he said, okay, this is exactly what I've done, and this is what I did. And I recommend you watch it if you're also interested in doing this. But the main takeaways from the video was, be persistent with your uploading. So don't upload 3 times and expect it to go well. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, which is what I had been doing in the past, admittedly. Don't try to be overly original and I'm going to have my entirely new style. No, just find a similar product to your product and then observe their style and then simply copy that. So there's a guitar that is on TikTok that I found called Aeroband guitar, something of that nature. They're a hardware music product that's high tech and all of that, and they were getting loads of organic views. So what I did was literally just observe shot for shot what Aeroband were doing with their guitars. So it was the unboxing of the guitar, and then like the click. So what they would do is click buttons to put it into different modes, and then they would play it. And these videos were getting millions of views. So I took Mikey's advice and literally copied that exact format, and I did it loads of times. Every time that I did it, I wrote down which version it was, so version 1 for example, and then wrote what was crap about it. So I did that every single time that I made a TikTok. One of the big early on things that I realized was, I just looked at the videos, like, why does this look not aesthetically pleasing? Looked at some other videos and realized, oh right, yeah, just put some LED lights on in a dark room and that makes it look nicer. And I did that, and instantly the videos started getting more views, and I even enjoyed really looking at them more. So I was like, okay, right, there's certain things that when you're scrolling through TikTok, you're very passive to it and you don't realize that it's there and that it's important. But when you're actually on the creating end of things, you have to be very conscious of all of these things to an extent that you've never been before. So yeah. And then when anything went well, I put it in red. But you can see quite often at the start, it's mainly black. Like, this is crap. It can improve in this way, in this way, in this way. What's also good about TikTok, and so Mikey recommends upload to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram. What's good about particularly YouTube Shorts, but also TikTok, is that you can see people's engagement and retention. So what I would do is just look at the retention graph. Say, for example, I was showing the AI teaching something, and I would show what happens if you press a wrong note, play a wrong note in the song. And the retention graph just went like this. People just dipped out. And I was like, oh, right, like people don't like even hearing wrong notes. They'll just flick away from the TikTok because it's uncomfortable for them. So I was like, right, I won't do that again. Wrote it down in here. And then, yeah, never make that mistake again. So I did this over and over and over and over and over again. And then it took me 24 tries with this version of the TikTok. I had made some TikToks before, but of this session anyway, 24 tries. And then we got a massive hit. So this video I put on to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And on YouTube Shorts, not straight away, but a couple of weeks later, just went absolutely crazy. To date, it has 4.8 million views on YouTube Shorts. So yeah, and then I had spent a long time on the website beforehand as well. So in 2024, at the start of the year, I was grinding to make the absolute best Shopify website that I could make. So that was all ready there and waiting. And then, yeah, just one day I was out and about and my phone just went cha-ching. I was like, what is that? And I saw we'd sold one and I was like, oh my God, like it has happened. We've actually sold one. And you know what? The amount of effort that it took to sell one was like this. And then to sell the second one, which was like 2 hours later, was like that. And then to sell 100, like they just kept selling. The effort then became, how do I keep up with the sales? Like this summer has been incredibly busy. I stopped posting on this channel because I had to divert all my attention to the business. I had no free time because it was just, this video was going viral. We're getting flood of sales. I was like, fuck, I don't even know how to deal with this. But yeah, it was crazy. And we didn't spend any money on it. We didn't spend any money to promote it. It was just completely free marketing. But this is what happens, and when, yes, there's a combination of things. You can see the technique that I have, but also as well, just building a genuinely good product that genuinely meets product market fit. We weren't going to go viral with Share Piano, the initial feature the Keysnake has, but with Learn Songs, the AI teacher, we found what people wanted. We just relentlessly posted, kept showing it to people, and we just hit a nerve. And I think that, so if I was giving advice to someone, I'd say, yes, try this method. If it's not working, then change your product, because we had to. I tried posting about the previous feature, it doesn't work. It's humbling, it's difficult, it's hard to like invest so much into something for the world to turn around and stick their nose up and be like, I'm not interested in this. But the whole humbling yourself process, being like, right, if this was gonna hit product market fit, people would start to take interest in it. They're not, okay, it must be something to do with us. Let's keep on improving, keep on working on the product until we get it, and just don't give up. So yeah, and then that's how, pretty much in a nutshell, I have been super busy selling this. And then yeah, now that we've sold most of the Keysnake, the original Keysnake, this is the Keysnake 1, you can see here, the second one, Keysnake 2, is made, and we'll be releasing that pretty soon. But yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. So, and if you have any questions about the whole process, if you want more detail, because I understand when you're looking at people talk about it, you can sometimes say, can you just please go into more detail about it? How exactly did you do that? And so if you want more detail, you want to ask, put it down below and I'll try and get back to you.